with Muslims. First of all, I'm a very proud American. I love this country. And do you know that American Muslims are always getting this brunt about terrorism and the war and everything else? How many American Muslims are serving the country in the armed forces? Can anybody guess? 12 to 15,000. Just like any other Americans, their bodies also come in body bags too. But when that happens, does anybody here that was a Muslim who gave life for the country? No. But if any Muslim anywhere utters, out of just mere, probably just joking, oh, I'm going to kill you, that is the end of that person. So what happens, the kind of cases we get, I would like to give one specifically in El Paso. There are checkpoints in El Paso. And we have our students during the school breaks. They are traveling by road all the time, you know, from Texas going to wherever they want to, especially California. And this one person, a boy of 22 years old, he was off for the Christmas and he went to California. He was coming back from there. He was stopped in El Paso. And the first thing officer asked him where he was from. And he gave his name. He told him he was from Palestine. And what is he doing there? He said he got scared. The boy got scared. And when the officer asked him what his status was, he said, I'm a citizen. Actually, his citizenship approval letter had come, that he was approved before it, but he didn't go through the ceremony or the exam or whatever is involved in it. And officer right away, when he did his investigations, he found out the kid was lying. He was not a full-fledged citizen yet, but he knew he had applied and he was approved. So he asked him to take his clothes off. It was a cold night, and he refused. Officer took his clothes off, and he found a tattoo on the side, said jihad. How many of you know what jihad means? Guess. Oh boy, don't guess. No, jihad means struggle. Jihad does not mean go and kill innocent people. It does not mean terrorism. It means inner and outer struggle to make this world a better place to live for everybody and for yourself. Is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? No. But his jihad that was tattooed was the name of his brother, older brother. It is very common. Jihad is a very common name in the Muslim world.
But the media acts like it means holy war. It means
media, terrorism, holy war. They are here to get us. We are killing Americans. You know, we are against America's freedom of living. And anyway, jihad actually means struggle. So his name was actually the name of his brother, which is a common thing in the Muslim world. The officer asked him, why do you have this jihad? Are you going to kill us? You are here to kill us. That is what jihad means. And he said, this is the name of my brother. For the officer, it was a very unusual thing. Why would anybody have a brother's name tattooed? A girlfriend, he could have understood. Wife, he could have understood. A brother's name? To him, he couldn't understand that. So he arrested him. When he was supposed to, his older brother lived in Houston. When he did not get home in time, the brother got very anxious and very scared what happened to him. Of course, he didn't think of this. He thought he may have had an accident or something. When he started investigating, finally after 3-4 days, he received a call from the brother, and he said he has taken him in, he's in detention, and just because of that name, and he wanted Mr. Jihad to come to El Paso. Well, Mr. Jihad called us, and he asked us to open up the case and start talking to the attorneys in El Paso. We started doing that. We involved ACLU in it as well, and they really helped us out. After fighting for a month, they told us, well, he's going to go through a hearing, a simple hearing, and that's okay, and then he'll be released. Well, he went through the hearing, whatever the hearing was about, I was not there, and he was released. He was not released to the brother or to the family, he was released to INS. INS took him in, and they said they have to do their own investigations. They kept him in detention for 3 days in the INS detention center. The third morning, he wound up in the emergency of the hospital. He was in coma. The explanation the INS gives is that he fell. He was sitting on the chair, a chair like that probably. This is the floor. It may be a hard floor. He fell on that floor and broke his head. How can a 22-year-old boy fall from that chair? He's not a baby. You can talk about a baby if a baby falls that way. So anyway, he was admitted in the hospital. We all flew to El Paso. We saw him. He was in coma. The doctors said he will never wake up. Nevertheless, they did do the brain surgery. He came out of it, but the doctors were still skeptical. Whether he will wake up or not. Within a week, this boy, his name was Abdullah. Abdullah just moved his fingers, just moved his fingers. He was not awake, he was not talking, he was not doing anything. The INS found out. How did the INS find out? They weren't allowed around there, only the hospital staff was there. INS found out. They barged into the hospital, they were ready to take him with them. Against the doctor's wishes, the doctor said they cannot take him because he's still in a critical condition. INS told them they have their own hospital in the detention center, they have their own doctors, and they will take care of him. Well, after that, nobody knows what happened to Abdullah.